Okay, go to the Google Classroom and download the site plan file from the Google Classroom and then open it up. And once you open it up, you're going to want to make sure that you are set to wireframe or hidden line. And then go up and we're going to insert our libraries in. So you're going to go to Insert, Link Revit, and you're going to find, just use my example, which is we're going to slide it over close to where we want it to go. All right. We're going to use the Align tool. Library edges, site plan. Now, some of you guys have added, you're locking it, and we're going to. This is an important first step because it shows the outline of our building, and then we could go in and we could work on our plan. So the first thing I would do is I would start in by making the main walk that's going to go around your building. So we're going to go to architecture, we're going to go to floors for this, and I've already loaded in 3 different floors that we're going to be using for this project: asphalt, concrete, and grass. So our sidewalks are going to be concrete, and they're going to be done in the sidewalk level. So what we're going to do is tie into our sidewalk that comes along here on Oakton. And I'm going to start off by making the shape I want around my building. Now let's ignore this staircase. That was an example I did. And we're going to want some sort of large walkway, entrance sidewalk that goes around this. So I'm going to use my pick line tool to kind of, it's kind of annoying because there's all sorts of lines that we're trying to select. And so you have to remember creating our floors, like most of anything, we need to have a closed loop profile. And I already see that we're going to go over how to fix this. Oh, you see what happened there? Be done in place. Good for an example. So let's clean this up. We're going to use this trim extend tool, and we're clicking on the pieces we want to keep. And that's going to go around, and it's going to get rid of all these extra little things hanging around that we don't need. And then we'll close the loop. So I have a profile of the building, and I need to come off of it and sketch and think about, as you made this, I'm making it up on the. And the nice thing is we can always. So once I have a closed loop, we could check to see if it's closed by checking my green checkbox. And it is. Let's take a look at what our library looks like. Our sidewalk in place, like I said, yours will hopefully look a lot. I walk in, I'm already noticing that I don't have a sidewalk that goes up from Oakton Street onto it. So let's go back. Let's edit our boundary and let's put you tied in your sidewalk to Oakton Street. I don't know how you did it. Right there. And we'll pull this down, and then however you did this, RJ, you could just tie in a sidewalk. And I don't like tight corners because people are always gonna kind of take the. I'm gonna put a little arc on this right here, and again, we use the trim extend, clicking on the pieces we want to keep, and there it is. We have a problem because I didn't close my loop, so let's make sure that our loop is closed by here. And if you ever get a problem on that little dialog box that comes up, you hit show and it'll show you where you're not connected. So for now, I'm satisfied with the sidewalk. All right, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come and I'm going to put my parking lot asphalt in. So let's come to the site, road level, and we're going to your floor. We're going to, well, and I recommend you start this off pretty fast and loose. All right, don't worry about the details just yet, because remember we can always edit this. So for now, I'm just going to put a long thing like this, and pay attention to what your dimensions need to be for your aisle. But again, we have this align tool where I could align this to this. All right, we can align tool to pump. This is when you want to use your model. And it cleans up this profile pretty quick. If I trim this, it's going to leave this. Make sure I split this. All right. Breaking that up, so let's just delete something. That's a little bit more serviceable. And we're just cleaning up. Again, we use the tool to get this to look the way we want. Be locking all that stuff on there as we go. And I got a parking lot in, and again, we'll probably edit this as we go to clean it up when we put our curbs in. All right, thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to start putting my curbs in. And for all of these curbs, you need to go to the site plan. Site. A bunch of these loaded in component. Now, we go corner, because that's what this is. And you'll notice that it's correctly. So let's just change it to an outside corner here. And then start to rotate it. Align it. Now I could take and I could pull these all the way down to where they need to go. Let's say I wanted this to be rounded. All right. Component, I could go to my curb cut outside radius. Do an outside corner. There. That boundary. I could cool. Lined up my curve better, so let's go. Straight curve now. And so I'm going to stop there, and tomorrow I'll show you how to put in the next